Hi both, Sarah from The Oncoming. A real pleasure to have you here with us. Maybe we can kick off with a brief intro to the Day of the Jackal. What can people expect going into this brand new series?
It's inspired by a venerated novel from the late 1960s and an amazing movie from 1973. And it's about an English assassin who was given a target of a figure in Europe, and it's a sort of cat and mouse thriller as we see the law enforcement people trying to stop him before he carries out his mission. Pretty similar to the original, and that's the bit of the DNA that we carry forward into this contemporary version of the original story.
Yeah, and I guess in that sense it's less of kind of remake of the film, but kind of a reimagining of the entire story itself, really bringing it into our contemporary era. Why was that so exciting to do, and why was the right time to do that?
Well, originally we were really nervous of taking the project on. It was a piece of universal IP that we're owned by that company, and we sat on it for quite a while, deciding, we didn't want to spoil the original that we really love, but eventually we kind of thought, well, how do we bring this to a new audience? How do we make it contemporary? How do we take those parts of the DNA of the original, and then how to really lean into long-form television and have something new to say?
Eddie Redmayne, I mean, he's one of these actors I've always thought was kind of chameleonic, but here it's almost part and parcel of the character itself. But of course, you're also opening him up beyond just being this sniper, this assassin. You're seeing his private life. You're seeing his more rounded, humane character. So what was really interesting about casting him in that role?
Eddie, we thought about right from the beginning, because we thought about the original again. Edward Fox, for those people who remember the original, very, very quintessential Englishman, slightly sort of upper crusty English, very sort of the costume, very sort of Savile Row. And so we wanted somebody who was a global star but very British. And the other thing that really attracted to us about Eddie was just how we know he is drawn to characters that require so much preparation, and as you say, he's a chameleon. He likes to do very different roles. This one offered disguise and prosthetic work and different languages he has to speak, and lots of action, physicality. So we hoped that he might be attracted to it, and indeed he was.
And in the making of it, I mean, wow, filming in all these different locations, the production values are so high. It's a real kind of high octane, edge of your seat thriller. What was it like just being in the process of making it that?
Incredibly exhausting is the reality. It was a hard show. We filmed in 4 or 5 different countries. We faked a number of other ones. It's a huge cast and crew. 10 episodes is a mammoth amount of television to make, story to generate. So it's been tough. There's no denying. And then you get to something like this, and you can enjoy it for a minute.
And what do you hope people take away from watching it, other than just being hooked, I guess, which I definitely was?
I think bringing it to an audience is a real joy. The love that we had for the original work, and now bringing it to a different audience is always great. That it's a high octane, twist and turny, edge of your seat thriller. There's plenty of twists and turns in there that it becomes incredibly propulsive, and I'm hoping an audience responds to it.
Definitely sure they will. Thanks so much for your time. Huge congratulations. Thank you.